A woman named Claire sets out one quiet morning with her bicycle. The air is cool, and the streets are calm. She takes the same path she always does, weaving through the park on her way to grab coffee. As she rides past a stretch of tall grass, a sudden movement startles her. A dog bursts out, chasing after a squirrel, and Claire swerves hard to avoid colliding. She loses control, tumbles, and the bike skids to the side. She's scraped up, bruised, and her front wheel is bent beyond repair. Claire sits on the curb, angry and embarrassed. She thinks about how unfair it is. How if she had left her house a minute earlier, or a minute later, none of this would have happened. She curses her bad luck. But as she sits there, holding her arm, a passerby stops to check if she's alright. His name is Daniel. He helps her up, insists on walking her to a nearby cafe, and calls a cab so she can get home safely. They talk as they wait, and Claire finds Daniel unexpectedly kind and easy to laugh with. By the time the cab arrives, they've exchanged numbers. Over the next few weeks, Daniel and Claire continue to meet. Coffee turns into dinners, dinners into long walks into something that feels more than chance. Claire marvels at the strange chain of events, how her bad luck with the fall brought Daniel into her life. Months pass. One evening, Claire is driving home after seeing Daniel. The rain pours heavily, and visibility is poor. At a quiet intersection, another driver runs a stop sign and slams into the side of Claire's car. The impact is brutal. She blacks out instantly. When she wakes, she's in a hospital bed. A doctor is standing at her side. Her ribs are bruised, but nothing is broken. Still, the doctor explains they ran several scans to be safe. He pauses, hesitates, and then tells her they found something unusual, a shadow in her lung. It's early-stage cancer. Something that, left undiscovered, might not have been caught until it was too late. Claire stares at him in disbelief. The very accident she thought had shattered her life may have just saved it. In the days that follow, she cycles through confusion, fear, and relief. She thinks about how her fall from the bike had once seemed like the worst possible timing, yet brought her to Daniel. She thinks about how the car accident had seemed like a cruel twist of fate, yet revealed an illness she never would have known about until it was too late. She realizes how impossible it is to truly judge the meaning of any event as it unfolds. What seems like a curse may hide a blessing. What seems like a blessing may conceal a test. Claire feels the strange weight of this realization, the helplessness of never knowing what comes next, but also the freedom of it. The freedom to stop obsessing over whether life is fair or unfair, lucky or unlucky. Weeks later, after a successful surgery, Claire walks slowly along the same park path where she once fell. Her bike is repaired, and Daniel is at her side. She breathes in the air, feeling the sting of the scar, the warmth of Daniel's hand, and the quiet reminder that life is not something to solve, only something to live, moment by moment. Thank you for sharing this moment of reflection. If these thoughts stayed with you, let them remind you that presence itself is enough. For more journeys into awareness, philosophy, and wonder, stay with us. Subscribe, so the next time you're searching for meaning, you'll know where to return.